Hey everybody, I'm happy to see you guys. And today let's talk about the Russian humor. I don't know how many of you have been around it, heard about it, whether you ever watched any classic Russian comedy movies, but I want to start with this. Americans, in many ways, often find it offensive. Just like many things, it always cracks me up, but yes, for what I know, um, it's basically like maybe similar to what American, witty humor had been before, like 80s, 90s. My son is 7 years old and he's hooked up on Kelvin and Hobbes. And oh my gosh, at first I wasn't really interested to, read a comic book for myself, but he reads it a lot. And oh my god, isn't that funny? That book was, I think, just on the edge before the political correctness. And isn't that hilarious? I mean, it's so funny. I mean, it's very how do I say it? I mean, it's really like on the edge, and it's awesome. So basically, of course, our humor would reflect maybe some things in our culture, like some of our movies, our everyday life. But I found a lot in common in joke styles in Calvin and Hobbes. uh, um, like for example, it has this one thing where the mom asks, I think the mom asks her son to clean up or help her with something, and he says no, and they go on and off, off and on, and then in the end the boy says, like Kelvin says, oh, some women just didn't wasn't meant to be mothers. And stuff like that. It's just like some things that you wouldn't expect, that are inappropriate or kind of edgy humor. But that book, I have to say, the humor is rough, but it has a lot of wit in it. It's very good quality of humor. I loved it. So Russian humor basically, first of all, as I said before, people from our countries, they are more direct, and it's just how it is. Um, Sometimes it can hurt your feelings. So if your fiance or girlfriend really tells you something, excuse me, into your face, if that really hurts you, make sure you tell her that, because she will think it's funny, she will think it's hilarious, and she will never know that maybe you're building a resentment. We also like to joke, we like to, when we like somebody, we like to pick on them a lot. Yeah, so if your woman picks on you a lot and she laughs, before you get offended, think it's true. It's just how it is. I have to say I'm guilty on this. I'm guilty on this one, but really, I can tell you 100% that the goal isn't to hurt you. The goal isn't to make you feel bad. It's almost you're like in a state of joy when you pick on a man that you love. I mean, there is something about it that kind of makes it a game, makes it fun, and he comes back at you, you come back at him. But it depends on the character, it depends on emotional factors, on a personality both of you are. So if you're the kind of person that's super sensitive, gets offended easily, do not like jokes, would take them personally, you probably should not date a woman who loves to 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 make jokes. Maybe you should just be around, you should find like a plain plain Jane. No, seriously, it's a big part of our culture. So you might want to, reconsider that. If you just sensitive to certain things, maybe they're painful for you, but she doesn't know, you just have to tell her. She won't do that. She would never want to hurt you. The reason why we joke is that we want to add some spice and we want to just have fun, you know? That's the only reason, because okay, I have to say I'm a big offender on that, but seems like my friends and my close people seems like they seems like they like it now. Um, and when someone comes back at me, I usually laugh and I can't stop laughing. I don't know. It's I guess it's personal, but I have to tell you, I would never ever joke if I know that somebody has a weak spot and it's sensitive and it truly hurts. I would never joke. And so is the majority of our people. They would be very careful. So don't take it personally. Just remember our cultures are very different. At the same time, they were more similar before the political correctness thing. Again, reading this Kelvin and Hobbes book, OMG, it's very similar. It's just that now you have to say certain things certain way. So to be very honest, guys, we have more freedom that you do. By we, I mean the people in Russia and Ukraine in many ways have more freedom than you do, because we can say whatever the hell we want. We aren't concerned how you feel about it. I don't mean in a relationship, but I just mean people just say how things are. They don't overthink 5 times before they say. And it has downsides, but it's also have a positive sides as well. I mean, we're not concerned about all this constant offending. It really makes me laugh when I see here once in a while in the news people get offended that they were called fat because of body image. I mean, it's just we have bigger bigger problems, than think about when person actually tells you the truth that they should cover it. So anyways, yeah, so if you actually want to learn a little bit more about Russian humor, I would really recommend you guys to watch some of our classic Soviet time comedies. We have probably top 5, and there is a website where you can get them with Russian subtitles. And that would be such an awesome thing, because you can order those movies when she come as a surprise. I mean, English subtitles. So you can have a lot of fun watching them together, and you can kind of get a little bit of understanding of the culture, of things we grew up on. It's really very uniting. It's fun to discuss, fun to watch. Of course, if you have genuine interest to know the culture a little bit better. So what I'm gonna do is, it might take me a minute, but I will post in the comments and in the description the website where you can buy Russian movies, and I can come up with top, Russian best comedies, from Soviet time. That, we actually, sometimes when we get together with friends, we talk phrases out of those movies, so just as she would be watching American classics, she actually might have watched more American classics than you did, because it's popular in our countries. But just as she gonna be discovering, and this culture, American culture, and all that, you can discover hers, and it's a lot of fun. And you will get a little bit of understanding of our humor as well, which is kind of cool. I mean, what else can take the stress away and bring more happiness to everyday life, when we can, whatever happens, we can turn it into joke or laugh at it. I always feel when there is like something big coming and I'm scared of something, or insecure, or whatever pokes of of anxiety comes, I'm always trying to make a joke about it. Or if I messed up something or somebody else, to just, you know, when you can laugh at something, it doesn't look as big and scary and powerful. You feel like you get power over it and you just do it better next time. So a lot of our people have a really great sense of humor. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will give you some information that I just promised. And please comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.